The song, the title track from our record, Frustration in Time Travel, is co-written with Daniel Hindman from the band Pure Bathing Culture. They're out in Portland. But Mark Guiliana, the drummer from Dumpster Hunter, and Dan Hindman and myself, we all went to college together in New Jersey. But a little while after college, Daniel and I came up with Frustration in Time Travel. He titled the song and wrote all the music, like the chords and stuff. And I had this like sprawling screed all about. It was actually kind of partly about, I think, like an ex-girlfriend of one of ours, and how I was just sort of dark on her. I won't say who it was, his or mine. Leave a little mystery there because there's plenty of people who know that history. But I don't know, whatever. And then it was also kind of about W, because it was like, you don't deserve the daylight. Wow! Like, I've seen you on the television fiending on the greasy bone. Actually, that was kind of about the girl. But then and then seeing you on the television, you're up to something, and I know it was. I wrote it. It was like it was right around the time we were just waiting to find out that they were gonna press the button and go to war in Iraq, and it was such a fucking scary, god-damned, awful, terrible realization that there was nothing we could do to stop that subhuman idiot from manipulating his administration. It wasn't even just him, of course, he's just a figurehead. But obviously he had Rove and some other people who are highly intelligent, like Karl Rove, but whose intentions and designs were, you know, to aid an ongoing dynasty of you know, horrible, you know, cyclopean mutants like Dick Cheney and anyway, Frustration in Time Travel. I mean, there's nothing we could do. There's nothing you could do. What can you do? You can't do anything. So, as far as a routine before going on stage, usually we get the band. Everybody tries to get together at this same bar right around the corner from here in the Lower East Side, and we order up a round, like a round of cheap lubricant to get things motivated, rolling, and not a lot, just something ceremonial, you know, something that we usually do, and then, you know, we kind of dutifully come back to the club, and I do a little vocal warm-up, clean up a little bit, I don't know, but a lot of my favorite bands have this thing about meditation and kind of visiting their lyrics and returning to the emotional place they were in when they wrote the song, and that's definitely a big thing for me and for a lot of other bands, I guess. 5 years from now, I love New York City so much, Layla, but I like so much. That's why I'm here. But I will say that in my experiences traveling through more rural areas, I get so excited by the way people treat each other and looking each other in the eye like we're doing right now, or saying hi, which out in Brooklyn you can kind of do a little bit more where I live, but even there it's sort of like, what's your motivation for talking to me right now? Why? What angle are you playing? Up north or up out west, down south? Almost any direction you go, it's a little less exciting maybe in some ways in those rural areas, but folks are folks, as they said. And you can say hi, and you can... Anyway, there's space, and I'd like to still be playing... I'll always be playing music as long as I'm alive, in whatever physical capacity I'm able. I'll also be a history teacher in 5 years from now. I love American history, world history, and history of the Twinkie.